Hello trader, welcome back to another daily analysis on XAUUSD. Today we are looking at as well as dollar yen. Both of these instruments currently showing significant trading opportunity. So before we look at XAUUSD, also we'll be looking at dollar yen, and then we'll jump back to this XAUUSD to see what kind of trading opportunity we may have at the end of this week. So looking at first of all monthly chart on dollar yen, as this instrument we can see that after quite a few months of drop to this monthly support level, the market slowly bouncing back to the historical direction of the trend. So if we look at the bigger picture here, we can see that dollar yen historically bull market, and we have seen that quite a few months the market was in a very sharp uptrend, followed by here we see that there was an unusual drop to this monthly support level. Now, back to back 2 months, we saw the dollar yen's bull tried to push back to the upside with multiple long week candles. Now, this month, we can see the price maintaining this trend line on the monthly. There is a sharp break to the upside with a stronger momentum on dollar yen that could lead that price potentially back to the upside to create a new higher high. So from the monthly, we could see that dollar yen potentially bouncing back to the upside. Now here is, if we look at the weekly chart here on dollar yen, we can see that from the weekly previous week there was a sharp narrow doji formation. Now this doji, if we look at it, has broken this weekly trend line, and after break of this weekly trend line, the market has created its move back to the upside. Now with this weekly move, now we are almost at the end of the week, and we could see the price potentially, what I think, may have a break to the upside, as this weekly trend line, the price is slowly pushing back in that direction. So we may see that dollar yen potentially to create a new higher high in this market. Now if we look at the daily chart here on dollar yen, we can see that from the daily time frame, this is the daily price section where there is a daily, if we look at here, there is an inverted head and shoulder on the daily with this stronger momentum, followed by 2 days of narrow doji formation here. Now with this narrow doji on the daily on dollar yen, we can see the market is trending back to the upside, potentially to create a new higher high. So as this is the daily uptrend, we can expect now the market to break this trend line, which is there is an imbalance here, as you can see, and the price was maintaining that series of higher low, followed by a break of structure here, giving a momentum. And also we can spot an inverted head and shoulder on this daily time frame in this key level of support, giving a dollar yen a high probability to break to the upside. And what I think in the upcoming week, we may see that this uptrend continuation on dollar yen. Now, looking at the intraday time frame from the 4-hour chart here on dollar yen, we can see there was a momentum gain here. This 4-hour drop to this support level, that you can see it's one single red move to the downside on dollar yen, has given a high probability for this market to potentially trend back to the upside. And we see that with this inverted head and shoulder in this intraday time frame as well, from this key level of support where the prices cross both 10 and 20 EMA, and then has returned back again back to the upside with a pullback to 20 EMA, and then again the market return in the major direction of the trend, giving a very high probability for dollar yen to move back again to the upside to create a new higher high. So this is where we will be waiting for a potential entry on dollar yen. As soon as we will find suitable entry, we will be looking to go long with a high probability trade setup. Now let's look at XAUUSD. Let's see gold, how this market is evolving. Now this instrument on gold, we can see that this is where the price, if we look at the monthly chart again to refresh the multi-time frame analysis in this instrument, we can see that from the monthly gold this month so far, in the first 2 weeks, the price maintained is still a bullish market structure, where the previous 2 months there were two doji formation on the monthly, followed by, we can see that long week rejection. Now this month the price as expected dropped to this monthly support and then has got again rejection back to the upside. Now the question is this market remaining bullish again to go ahead and create a new higher high, or it's breaking below here? Now there are two probable scenario: is the price to still maintain series of higher low and then to go back up to create a new higher high. The other probable scenario is for the price to drop again below this previous monthly low to gain further momentum to grab liquidity for this move back to the upside. Now if we look at the weekly chart here, we can see a bit more clearer picture where there is a weekly doji formation. Now with this weekly doji, what we can see, the price tested this high and form a long week doji from the weekly time frame here on XAUUSD. Now this weekly candle, there are two possible scenario in terms of weekly price action here. As we are almost at the end of the week, we might see that this weekly candle before the close to retest again 3283 level, or to remain bullish and with the upcoming week the price to close open with a bullish impulse and then to create a new higher high. So which scenario to play out? Let's look at the daily chart to see a potential price action confirmation here on the daily. Now if we look at the daily price, here is the daily bearish move, and we can see from here there is a sharp bounce to the upside from the daily time frame, which is giving a possibility for remaining bullish here on the daily. But at the same time, what I think, the price may need deeper momentum to grab liquidity. Without grabbing stronger liquidity from here, the price may not be able to break this series of lower high here. So if we look at the past, we can see there were quite a few long week daily rejection that giving the price to a stronger resistance. To break this resistance, we could see the market coming here, grabbing liquidity and then bouncing back to the upside. So to understand the lower time frame price action, what I think, if you look at the 4 hour chart here, you can see that there was an impulse followed by this correction, another impulse. What I think, that the market may break below here for deeper liquidity grab. And what I think, that before the weekly close we might see another wave of potential drop here, either test this support or breaking below before moving back to the upside. So lower time frame price action on XAUUSD may remain throughout the session today. What I think, potentially be bearish here. We can see that there was this is in an uptrend from the 15 minutes perspective. Multiple times the price is breaking this support and getting that rejection with double top formation. We have seen that there was a break below here, and we have also secured a successful trade in that area. Now what we can expect here is this market, what I think, to move back here for another pullback and to drop again to grab deeper liquidity. So this could be the potential wave for the upcoming session on XAUUSD, and this is where we will be looking for potential short-term selling opportunity in this instrument for this possible drop back to this support level with a high probability trade setup. Traders, if you enjoy this education and analysis, make sure you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Thank you, and I'll see you soon in my next analysis.